I grew up in a very small town, Breckenridge, Colorado, and my mom and dad say that, they couldn't handle it anymore. They just had to put me in dance class because I would make them sit down and I perform for them all the time, and I'd do shows with my sister and we'd put on fashion shows for hours. My poor parents, just every night they had to sit through this.
Picture one.
Oh my gosh. Okay, first of all, I have no idea how anybody has this picture. That is definitely me, and that is a Halloween costume. Because when I want to say I was 7 in that picture, I think I'm 7 or 8. My mom made my outfit because my mom used to make all of my clothes when I was little. And I wanted to be a ballerina.
Piece of evidence number 2.
Oh my gosh, okay. So
what's going on here?
There was a person who said that it was, I think, a lady who was gonna come into the dance studio and she was gonna take professional pictures of whoever wanted to pay this woman to do some photographs. I do not know why I thought a polka dot hat with a flower was gonna be a good idea with the striped turtleneck, but I did. I was killing it.
And then lastly, as we move up the years here.
Okay, so I think every dancer has those like horrifying recital pictures where they make you pose in these positions where you just think, I'm gonna hate this later. That was that moment for me, because I remember my mom's, paid for the recital pictures, and they, did all these like ribbon things, and this lady made me sit in this terrible position. It's not even really a dance position, and they like put my arms up, and I remember, you're a teenager, you hate everything anyways, so I was just like, whatever, so I have this like smile like, So I started with ballet and breakdancing, and then very quickly I turned to tap and jazz, and then before you know it was like modern and folkloric and belly dancing and like anything I could take, acrobat, like I was doing everything. I remember vividly actually being a young dancer and being in the changing room with the girls, and we'd be like changing into our ballet tights or whatever, and one of the older girls said like, oh, I can't wait to go to school and become a doctor or whatever she was saying, I don't know. And I remember thinking in my head, how's that possible, anyone who wants to be anything other than a dancer? I was so confused by that. I didn't get that was actually even an option for anybody else. So for me, it was like, number one, that's what I wanted to do. We didn't really have dance competitions. There was only a couple of them at the time. And my studio was really far from Denver, and not a lot of competitions came into Denver. So I didn't start competing until I was, I want to say like 14, I think, 13, 14. I would make up my own dances because at the time it wasn't cool to bring in choreographers into your studio. Like that's definitely become a thing that's happened. But for me, it was like if you wanted to do a solo, you just made up your own solo. So I would be at these like national dance competitions competing against these girls that were doing these like choreographed routines, and I just looked like I was like dancing in my backyard. I don't know what I was doing. But for me, competition was, I loved it because I liked the goal setting of it. Like I really liked being a part of a team and creating a dance and cleaning a dance and performing a dance. That was something that I really enjoyed about competition. But I will say that I never won. So it was, I never got the feeling of like, I was never the champion platinum soloist of all time. If there was 3 in the category, I always got 3rd. For me, the lesson in not winning was the most valuable lesson, and I don't know if that's for every kid and every personality, but for me, it was like, okay, so they didn't think I was good enough, or I didn't perform to whatever level they thought I needed to. Okay, that just means I have to work harder. Right before I'm moving to LA, which is crazy. Most people would be like, why did you move to LA? I competed at Showstoppers my senior year of that summer. Moving to LA 2 weeks later, and I'm doing my contemporary solo, which was lyrical at the time, by the way, not contemporary. And there were 12 girls and competed. And they do the and in 12th place, Mandy Moore. And I was like, sweet, I just got completely last and I'm moving to LA in 2 weeks. But, I don't know. I've always been one of those people that as soon as you say no, then I'm like, yeah, watch me. Dance for me is me. If I could bottle up what you feel when you dance and let people in on that, I'd be a good Julianaire. So I get really excited when I talk about dance. Well, I never had a plan B, honestly. Then La La Land happened and then that was it.